Hi there guys, this is one more Pumpkin Toasted Walks, and today we are going to be roaming about and learning all about a place called Pimlico, a must-see district in City of Westminster. So let's go together, enjoy this adventure, and we shall get some interesting facts and interesting background stories on the place. So let's go and do this. Let's see what the scenes are yours. Peace. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you like update, the subscription button. I shall keep you with all the new things coming up. So let's now do this video. At the moment guys, we're at the Borough Park, little pocket of greenery at Pimlico. So today we're at Pimlico, as you can see, with this little fountain that looks like it's been stopped skirting, but it has some water in it. It has been switched off for some reason, so we're gonna continue now to our journey all around Pimlico. So Pimlico guys is one of the affluent areas in City of Westminster, and it has lots of great work made of environment for properties. So the most of the properties in Pimlico are colored white with all the many pillars for each property. So as you can see, what is the Vauxhall Bridge now? I believe it is, because it's a continuance of the Vauxhall Bridge, what we have actually left behind us, and we are continuing towards the and going to Lupus Street. Our next encounter is Lupus Street, and correctly, at the moment we are at Borough Gardens, the small greenery that we just been into, and this is the other entrance to it from the other end basically. So this is the little park as you come from the Vauxhall Bridge and continues into the Pimlico. Tate Britain, known from 1897 to 1932 as the National Gallery of British Art, and from 1932 to year 2000 as the Tate Gallery, is an art museum of Millbank in City of Westminster in London. Tate Britain, known from 1897 to 1932 as the National Gallery of British Art Museum. Tate Gallery is an art museum on Millbank, City of Westminster in London. It is part of the Tate network of galleries in England, with the Tate Modern, Tate Liverpool, and Tate St Ives. Sidney R.J. Smith was a late Victorian English architect, best known for the work he undertook in the 1880s and 1890s for the philanthropist Henry Tate, including the original Tate Gallery at Millbank. So at the moment we are walking briefly inside these pillars. So you're gonna see these pillars everywhere, guys. As I'm going about maybe an hour or so. The video must be approximately an hour, maybe, I hope, maybe an hour and some minutes on top of that. And we're coming up to the Lupus Street. At the end of the road is Lupus, but it's got sections that it's named differently. So we're just gonna have to look at the signs. So this must be first encounter, guys, of Pimlico. A little bit similar to Belgravia, Soho, and Mayfair. However, the difference between Pimlico and other districts, guys, and which is close to Chelsea as well, its properties prices are a little bit lower than its next door neighbor. So actually, if you're looking for a property somewhere in City of Westminster, which is basically a West End, it's a time to do so. If you like upscale life, basically, yeah. Pimlico. Pimlico Riverside Village-like community has a great appeal for families and city workers looking to be close to Westminster and Victoria. Belgravia and Chelsea are short walk-away. Property prices here haven't quite reached the heights of its neighbouring areas. Peaceful and dotted with leafy parks for passing the time in, Pimlico benefits from properties that are sought after by lovers of architecture, as they are by couples looking for their first home in the city. It is an upscale residential area, quite a street lined with stately 19th century homes. Its many hotels, plus proximity to the Tate Britain Gallery and stylish Chelsea, make it popular with travellers, while post-war crowds frequent the chic restaurant and old-school pubs by busy Vauxhall Bridge Road. St George's Square Garden has views of River Thames, and the jokers follow the waterside Thames path as always. But this is the Borough Street, guys. I just caught my eye here, the Borough Street, and as you can see, lots of white buildings are called Borough Place. So there's lots of confusing names. As I done my dummy running stories, guys. Again, I done a dummy running. I meant to actually go into the Warwick Way. I actually went into the Warwick Square. So and I said, what? This doesn't look like the place that I was looking for. So there's lots of confusing similar names that you have to really remember the name of the streets. So there's a lot of work going on as well. So let's pass this construction quickly before they drop anything. Yeah. And so, as you can see, guys, there is underground there, and Pimlico underground there, as you can see. Yeah, that's that. And we shall continue this way. There's lots of actually retailers as well here and there, like ordinary retailers, and there's lots of we've got the gallery pub here as well, as you can see. Yeah, gallery pub, right entrance into the Borough Road, and there's tons of restaurants, retailers, bars, and so basically, guys, Pimlico is known for its squares. You've got the St. George's Square, you've got the World Square, and a few more others. The largest one is the St. George's Square, which we'll visit and talk about, because it's kind of it's got some significance and background history to it. Because they all actually belong to the family back in the days. Maybe in the Tudor times, something like that, and Stuart times, way after the Middle Ages, guys. So we are entering, we're still going on the Borough Road, and we need to find St. George's Drive. So basically, we walk on the Borough Road still, and we need to find there, St. George's Drive. Now guys, we go this way. This one goes all the way to the Grosvenor Street, and on the left hand side, right after the church, St. George's Square, is the park that we will actually go when we're coming later on. I'm gonna do a rendezvous or circumnavigate the entirety of the district. It won't be long, because there's lots of background stories and history that we have to know. So guys, we must actually go around Pimlico. It's one of the affluent areas in West End. That is good to know, because they're quite a nice places. As you can see, as you might notice, there's lots of white buildings now. So we began actually seeing the white buildings, as you can see on the right hand side. Yeah, and so guys, today is the 17th of July 2023. The weather conditions are 22 degrees Celsius in London. So we are doing this London walk today, guys. Our main theme is Pimlico, and you might want to check out my previous videos on Soho and Mayfair, comprehensive videos. So my name of my channel, guys, is Tourist Attractions, so I changed it from Touristic Walks, which used to be a couple of weeks back, to Tourist Attractions. So that's the change. So the reason I changed it, because of it can be found easier on the SEO levels. The search engine optimization system recognizes the tourist attractions at the 40,500 search per month, where the touristic was completely zero. So I decided to change. So we should be able to find St. George's Drive on the right hand side. So we're coming up to the traffic lights, and we're gonna make a cross, and I believe I'm at the right direction. So let's go forth. So now we are actually off the Lucas Street, guys, which is a continuance of Westborough Road, and we are going into St George's Drive. Yeah, we're at the right. So basically, guys, St George's Drive is actually one of the key streets, basically one of the known streets, a little popularity it has. It's known for its, as you can see, the buildings and the properties are so similar to each other. At the top, it's all identical, and they all got pillars. And on the corner you see a little retail shop there called Eating Snacks Friday. So what, there are like something like 5 to 6 floors, including the ground floor. As you can see, guys, it's all decent and it's clean and decent. As you can see, there's this hanging chandelier type flowers on the lampposts, lights, basically light posts, and it goes on to the end of the street. So basically, we are walking on the St George's Drive. We need to find Warwick Way. Let's check that out. So we're actually crossing the Gloucester Street as we are leisurely strolling, guys. And on the left hand side there's Churchill. There's that letter again. So guys, every lamppost has that letter. It looks like a W to me. And around it's got another sign there which actually completes it for some reason, and there's a same one at the other side of the lamppost. So because it keeps catching my eye constantly each time I do video. Basically they're in each and every lamppost. So you've got another church there, guys. So this is a Warwick Square, one of the squares of the Pimlico, and the largest one, as I said, is the St George's Square, and these other ones are much smaller. They're like a little pocket of greenery that you just go in there. It's a public space. You don't need to get permission to go in there. Some parks in certain areas, you become a member and you go in there with your own, I think it's your own fob, and you just go in there. I think you need to pay a monthly fees or something like that. So we're at the Warwick Square, we've got to go. As I said, guys, it's a confusing name. So we're at the Warwick Square, and we need to find Warwick Way. Warwick Way. And this is another Warwick Square, guys. Look at these the rays of properties, and right going at the end of the street. So basically, guys, we are going to a rendezvous all around Pimlico, and most of it is Pimlico. So I decided to do Pimlico all because I wanted to cover most of the West End interesting area, all of it basically. Pimlico is one of them, and also you have the Westminster as well, the Lambeth, the other side of the Thames River, and South Bank as well, the other side of the Thames River. That I will actually cover all those areas. So I'm just going through all the districts at the center of London, including West End. So you got the numbers on the pillars. It's very, very convenient for anyone looking for a number. And that does look like a mansion, guys. Warwick Way, right? We're at the Warwick Way. So Warwick Way goes two ways, guys. It's cross junction. So this one goes this way, and we are going to go to the left hand side. Let's cross. Right, guys, we just crossed the road. Waited about 5 minutes for a green man just to come to the Warwick Way, and we're at the Warwick Way. And guys, these are basically at where we was walking was the Warwick Square. Now this is Warwick Way, and these are the back streets of Pimlico. As you can see, nice looking road is. Actually, if you come here more live, actually just come here in person, miss, you will see everything in a different perspective, because on the video is a different perspective. When you come here in person, it's a different perspective. So there is a difference. Sometimes on the video the place might look very, very nice because you're looking at it from a different perspective, because it's a two-dimensional aspect. When you're looking at the screen and you only see what's in the frame and not everything, so that part looks quite attractive. But when you look at another corner of the place, not so attractive. So, however, Pimlico is most of it is not bad. In my opinion, it looks really, really nice. So guys, this is the back street, and we are gonna go now into what we call Cumberland Street. So at the moment we're gonna wander about, as you can see, in the streets. And you got the Pimlico grid here. Yeah. Pimlico Grid Hotel, basically. So we're going into Cumberland Street. So basically we are more deeper into the back streets of Pimlico, guys, and as you can see on the left hand side that must be that should be state property, like belong to local authorities such as council, Pimlico, Westminster, City of Westminster Council. Well, it just looks like a one-off building there. So we're just gonna cross over. There's a fork section here of the roads, so we're gonna continue on the right-hand side, which is the Cumberland Street. So guys, basically today is very, very breezy. The breeze is about 12 miles per hour, maybe 12 to 13 miles per hour. Not too bad, and it is warm. You can still in London, the weather is so unpredictable. It can start rain. Even the weather forecast sometimes completely utterly wrong. When it says rain, it doesn't rain at all. When it says sunny, sometimes start raining. So this is another street on the right hand side. Another street with. So guys, this is my first time tourist attractions coming down to Pimlico, and actually it's enjoyable to see the same properties everywhere. Some of them are beige color, some of them are white color. So basically, if you're asking for the prices of the properties, this guide is a lot. Okay. So you just check up the Google and learn the details. It's a lot. We're talking about a lot. When I say a lot, millions. So you check up on the Google and see the details of the property's value. Guys, this is one more Upkey tourist attractions, and today we're going to be going around Pimlico, a must-see district in City of Westminster. It's a affluent area as well as such as along with Belgravia, Soho, Mayfair, and Westminster itself. So we shall go and have a look and get all the interesting facts. So come with me and do this adventure together, and I shall see you at the scenes. Adios, peace. moment, guys, in Pimlico, we're at Clarendon Street. It's a nice little cozy, quiet place, actually, with all the clean cars, clean roads, and clean sidewalks, pavements. So it's really quiet here, and you can't really hear any traffic, which is disturbing. So this is the Winchester Road, guys. The camera's pointing at. So this is the spot where actually we gonna close to St. George's Gardens. St. George's Gardens estate in Pimlico that actually has a great type properties and roads. Basically square. Basically that's what I'm trying to say. So this is the Alderney Street. Yeah, all of a sudden there's traffic. So basically, guys, it started to rain. This is unbelievable. It's just a little light rain just come about, and all of a sudden, give and take, I think about 5 minutes, and the sun shows up like this. It's like it's not possible to rain, but it did. So that's the London weather, guys. So we're at the Alderney Street still, walking about, looking at this amazing, wonderful, gorgeous environment, and we're gonna make a right turn into Gloucester Street. So we are turning into Gloucester Street, and we're going to do another right turn into Cumberland Street again. Actually did come to Cumberland Street, guys, but we're going to go to the part of Cumberland Street that we haven't made the full cycle on it, so we're going to go to the spot where we haven't been, so it's not the same spot that we're going to go. It's just using the road to get to the other places in Pimlico. Cumberland. Just walking through the Cumberland Street. And on this road it says 20 miles per hour for the cars passing, guys. So if you're a driver, you have to slow down to 20 miles per hour, which is a ridiculous speed. However, they do that for the safety of children and families crossing, sometimes at the school peak hours. So that's what it is for, basically. So guys, going back years back of London, there was no speed bumps, or the streets were something like some 30 miles per hour, some 40. As the accidental crises and situations grew, started to put speed bumps and lowered the max speed to 20. So we're still at the back streets of Pimlico, guys, as you can see. It's not like any other ordinary London back street. It's got a little bit of contrast, which is nice contrast. And so we come to Sussex Street, make a left turn into Sussex Street. As you can see, the wide attractive balconies on that building, guys. However, the brickwork is not so, it needs update. Yeah. Anyway, so we are walking on the Sussex Street. We're going to make a left turn to, we're going to cross Sutherland Street. So this is Sutherland Street. We're going to cross it, go straight. Guys, those signs with the big minus white sign and background with the red on the round post sign, guys, means that no entry. If you're new to London and you just learn your driving, don't drive into where you see a no entry sign, because police will come straight at you telling you what you're trying to do, and then you have to explain. So we're turning left into Westmoreland. This is Westmoreland, guys, and we are going to find St George's Gardens estate. We're gonna cut across the street. This street cuts across all the way to St George's Square, which is called St George. So I'm getting confused. So rain is coming again. Rain. Just go underneath the tree and wait. So guys, from Sussex, Cumberland Street, we're turning into Lupus Street now. And actually I made a mistake telling you about St George's Gardens. It's not St George's Gardens. It is called Churchill Gardens. It's a estate where the highest development of Pimlico is, basically. So we're gonna have a look at that. So this is a Lupus Street, and there's an acute bend here which will lead us to Churchill Gardens Street. It's a street that cuts right across the estate, and then we end up next to St George's Square. Sorry guys, there's a little mistakes that I've been saying, because it's my first time I'm doing video on a place that I haven't been before, and only done one dummy running on a complicated rendezvous. So I've done it complicated enough to actually cover the area. However, it is a little bit difficult to remember everything. So never mind. And now we're leading to Churchill Gardens. By the way, it decided to a little light rain again, and then it stopped. So every time it does that, all I do is just go underneath the tree and wait until it's over. Like even take a minute and it stops. What it is where the cloud is, basically. So we got a grey cloud right above me, and some parts of it is blue. So this is the Churchill Gardens, guys. And so before we actually cut across this street, okay, I'm going to give you full information on Churchill Gardens estate. Stand by. Churchill Garden is a large housing estate in the Pimlico area of Westminster, London. The estate was developed between 1946 and 1962 to a design by architects Powell and Moya, replacing Victorian terrace houses extensively damaged during the Blitz. Comprising 1,600 homes in 32 blocks, the estate is notable as the only housing project completed under the ambitious Abercrombie plan to redevelop the capital on a more efficient lines. Tall slabs of between 9 and 11 stories are enclosed by 7-story blocks and interspersed with maisonettes and terraces. A pioneering example of a mixed development, it acted as a model for many subsequent public housing projects, although few matched its size and even fewer achieved its architectural distinction, or social diversity. So guys, hope you enjoyed that, and we're still walking and showing you around, so we're gonna have a look at things that are really bizarre. As you can see, these properties, guys, are state properties, as you can see, and they do look neat and tidy. As you can see, this little spot here is neat and tidy. As the authorities of the place are really got enough muscle to actually maintain the place constantly. So you got the Sheraton house there, this huge apartment. It's not the skyline apartment, it's just a little bit high, ordinary ones, as you can see. So basically, guys, Pimlico is, you can still actually come to Pimlico and live. But most likely the rent fees are really a little bit steep. Yep, this must be a pitch to paying pitch. And so the trees look so nice. I mean, trees looks neat and tidy as well, which is brilliant. So guys, this is the Churchill Gardens Drive, and the street that cuts crosses Churchill Garden Estate. So we have a little bit of a wind at the moment. It's actually rushing onto me. So you got the Ripley house there as well, guys. If you're an indigenous person in Pimlico, then you probably know, because Pimlico is not very. It's a district in City of Westminster. It's not something very big. It's not even a village. You can call it a village, but yeah, I mean you can. It's a nearly slightly smaller than, nearly biggest as the Hyde Park, basically, the whole area. And then you got the Belgravia next to it, his neighbour. So that's the Anson house. So guys, the wind is really blowing the gimbal here and there. And now I shall show you some structure apartments that are jaw-dropping, at least to me, because I've never seen anything like that before. So where are they? So we actually still coming to that, guys. Okay. As you can see, guys, this structure there looks quite old. Can you see? I don't know what it is, but it is something to do with commercial functionalities, and it is quite old. And you got the Chaucer house there. See, it says here no access in the dogs, so really maintenance is really strict. So you got the Schiller house there. And so guys, these are the buildings I want to show you, like this. As we go closer, see, the way they made this is just the way the stairs going up. You can actually use stairs to go all the way up to the top. If you can't use the lift for some reason, and it makes the whole structure look quite unique. And it's a quiet road. Actually, basically, it's a parking space on a small road. So you got a parking space and base at the on the street as well. So mind you guys, if you start to newly drive, you need to pay for the base and for the space. In London there's no freedom as such, like in the Asian countries. Just put your car anywhere, it doesn't really matter, or your motorcycle, it doesn't really matter. So let's go this way guys, see what's that way. Basically all it is just crossing underneath this underpass for pedestrians and goes into this courtyard. So this is what the Pimlico is like on the state-made environment. It's not too bad. And you got those apartments there as well. Erskine House. So all it does is go to the street. So we're just gonna do a rendezvous and get back, continue our journey on the Churchill Gardens Drive. So basically let's cut across this little square bit. So I'm not sure why they actually is actually lower ground, but there's no benches or any playground here, so it's really good that sounds come out, and we have a contrast to the video, basically more light. So guys, we have just actually walked on this spot here. I'm going to switch off the camera and see you at the Churchill Gardens Drive. And so guys, we're going to pass underneath those apartments, and I suppose we're going to be making encountering Cleverton Road, and we're going to continue cross over the Belgrave Road and go to Big Dan's, another spec street. It's called Big Dan. All the normal Pimlico properties are there, and then we're going to make an extreme right into Belgrave, and we're going to move on to St George's Square, and the video will most likely end there. So I don't count on that. So you continue, stay tuned guys, and continue, because there's more interesting places to see. So I can smell like people are having most likely a lunch. It's going to smell some sort of cuisine. Because it's a nice and quiet area and there's not much cars running about, it is a quiet, which I like myself, quiet place. There's all sorts of structures here, guys. I'm not sure whether these are state buildings, I think they are, or private. They look like state properties. And now we're actually going to the Cleverton Street there, guys, and those properties are private. So basically just showing you where we was walking from. Churchill Gardens Road we were actually walking on, and we're gonna make a left turn, which is the Cleverton Street. There's another W there. So guys, there must have been some strong gusts to actually break the branch of the tree. So I've seen a few broken branches as I'm walking about here and there. And as I was doing dummy running yesterday, I was trying to take a picture or a photo over the wall into the Thames River, and there was hanging branches with lots of leaves, and there was lots of flies on them, and actually about something like 4 to 5 flies landed on each my arm. Some sort of insects, not flies, all types of ones. I had to blow them away as hard as possible I can. And I think I got beaten on one of them because I had a small mark when I went home. I was in a slight bump. The inside of my arm there is gone now. So on this side, guys, you can see the structure, the good old structure of the pillars in each property or these terrace houses. And you got your institutions there, commercial building. So we need to cross the road after this car passing and walk straight to Big Dan Street. So guys, we've got something like 10 seconds to cross before cars start passing by again. I've got 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, wow, I made it. So okay, so we're gonna go into the Big Dan Street there, guys. There is the Big Dan Street. Another back street of the Pimlico, and we're gonna have a look to the entire of the street with the usual infrastructure. So all this random that we are doing, guys, all is telling us Pimlico has got lots and lots of white buildings with the same attractive structure and high-priced properties. Just gonna have a look at this memorial. Thomas Cubitt. Guys, this is one of the designers of Pimlico land. We're going back in the days 200 to 300 years ago. So that is the designer. So I should give you more information on Thomas Cubitt. His second name is Cubitt. Right now. So guys, we're gonna keep walking the Big Den Street here. Another cozy looking space here. So I'm walking on the road now, right next to the parked cars, where the sun is. And to get good contrast for the video. So we come to your fork junction, guys, where one road goes to the left, one street goes to the left, one street goes to the right, and there's these like a bank commercial building here, but actually it's a property right there, as you can see. It looks quite unique. So you've got basically taxis, guys, and black taxis are still about. However, if you've never been into a black taxi, just want to remind you, it's very, very pricey. You gotta be someone with spare cash. It's actually use one. I tried to use one of them once. Just wanted to drive less than a mile. I had to pay something like £10 sterling, and that was long ago. So we're coming up to the Belgrave Road, guys. This is the acute right turn from this spot here. This is the main road. As you can see, and I'll cross it. And we're going to make our way towards St. George's Square now. One of the largest squares in Pimlico. It's an elongated park, basically. like a cylinder shape. So you can actually walk from its start of the point from its one end and end up to its the other end. So basically, you really have to watch out for some of the cars that really come so quickly, even if you're still crossing the road. They turn in so quickly that you think that they were there already, but you know. As you can see, those skyscrapers, guys. There is a St. George's Tower, in somewhere in next to Vauxhall Bridge, 9 Elms place. Actually, I done a video on 9 Elms. You want to check that out on tourist attraction, guys. Basically, it's just called 9 Elms. It is a comprehensive video, lots of interesting points made there. So guys, we're at now our last encounter. This is St. George's Square, one of the largest squares in Pimlico. So it says that no dogs allowed in this park except the assistant dog. So they're really keeping it nice and neat. And that's on the right hand side. And you got lots of flowers around. And there's a fountain. Yeah, that's the fountain, guys. As you can see, we've got flowers all around the fountain, and we're gonna make a walk on this footway all the way through the park, all the way up to Grosvenor Road. Instead of going through a gallery of still videos. Pimlico is best known for its garden squares, Eccleston, Warwick and St. George's, and the streets on the Pimlico grid, the roads running off St. George's Drive. St. George's Square is a prestigious and very long garden square in affluent Pimlico, central London. It benefits from garden and church in the central area. Near the northern acute angle, the square is intersected by Lupus Street. Pimlico Tube Station is a short distance east. Its northeast side is Effect, Belgrave Road, and southern side is Arterial Grosvenor Road, which is lined by a small public garden in the front of the River Thames. And so guys, we've come to the end of the St. George's Square. So this one systematically shuts. It's got powerful spring play on there. So in this little, this is called the Pimlico Gardens. It's another small pocket of greenery basically. And we've got this thing here. I wonder what it is. It means something, guys. There's a meaning to it. Actually, yeah. So if I have any information, guys, I will leave it in the description. As you can see there's actually people there's some sort of functionalities going on there, some sort of office I believe, and it's got stairs going up there, and we have the fountain here, drinking fountain. I take it. Does it work? Let's see if it works. It doesn't work, guys. Okay. So these were the trees that I was taking pictures yesterday. There were all sorts of insects landed on me, as I actually was talking about it earlier on. Hope they don't come again. So that's the Thames River, guys. And on the other side is the 9 Elms. So let's see if we can actually catch some ducks on an interesting level. No. Go on. So that's the guy, the building there. As you can see, it's the American Embassy. And I've done a video on that, 9 Elms, that I mentioned earlier on. Try tourist attractions video channel and try UK Embassy. There's a full comprehensive video made on UK Embassy and 9 Elms and Battersea Power Station, as well as River Like Quay buildings. I shall show you through those branches, guys. You can see right in the middle of the screen video on those luxury apartments, basically. Yeah. So we're gonna walk forth, and there's the Riverside Walk. However, if you're coming this way and you want to walk and believing that you're gonna actually go up the stairs like you used to onto the Vauxhall Bridge, it's been blocked and you can't do that no more. All the gates have been shut. So that's what happened yesterday. However, they leave this open. Everyone actually enjoys standing about on the embankment, basically. As you can see, guys, those are buildings on the right hand side, and the tower, which is called St. George's Tower, and the entirety of those odd looking structures on the left hand side are called St. George's Wharf, along with the tower. They actually developed them back in 2010, and either you can actually rent or buy. It's down to you. Pricey though. You check them up on Google and learn the details. So as guys, those of you actually seeing London first time, if you are actually seeing London first time, You're wondering the color of the river. This is the Thames River. The color of the river is always this color. It's kind of a brownie. Reason to that is because the riverbed underneath the ground is always richly muddy, and the water never looks ordinary color, such as bluish or whitish kind of. It's always brown. There's a disappointing part of London's looks as the Thames River. So as you can see, guys, as we go along the embankment, we are lowering, and the wall next to us getting higher and higher. If I lift the camera up, you'll see more. And I keep walking. That is where the exit was usually. And you walk a little bit more, then you come back into the embankment usually, and walk on the embankment, and there's a stairway going up to the Vauxhall Bridge, and you go up the stairs and get on the Vauxhall Bridge. However, as you can see there, oh, so today's opened. You see, guys, yesterday it was shut, and I thought that it would be shut all the time, but they opened it. So that's the gate, and they opened it. It was locked yesterday. And so, guys, that's it. Right, so thanks for watching, and if you do enjoy tourist attraction videos, do subscribe, share, like, and comment all you want, and click the notification bell icon for my upcoming videos. So I'll see you in my next video, or else peace.